Hello, hello, Hidden Hermit here. How you doing? Today is Sunday the 20th of February. The sun is at 21 degrees Aquarius. The moon is at 22 degrees Aries. And I'm going to do a random reading because it's been a while since I've done one. So let's just get straight into it. No messing around. No messing around today when Mars is due to be conjunct with Uranus. Let's just do this. So let's find out who this reading is for. Here we go. Sun in Aries, Moon in Virgo. Let's just go with that, shall we? Boom. Okay, so are you an Aries sun? Is your moon in Virgo? Does your fiery nature sometimes clash with your earthy? I don't know. I mean, Virgo's an interesting mutable sign. I find Virgos really like their work. So I don't know. You could be a leader in your workplace. You could very much be somebody who lots of people look up to in whatever you do in your life, whether it's school studies. I don't know. A lot of Virgo moons struggle with their Virgo natures sometimes with that, you know, that stereotype of being obsessive and compulsive, and yeah, that's an interesting juxtaposition, really, isn't it? Because well, Virgo's almost opposite Aries, not quite. Libra's opposite Aries, but you get into that sort of almost opposition. Anyway, do you know what? I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up and just get on with this. So, Aries Sun, Virgo Moon. I'm going to do a random reading for you. It's a bit rude because you have not asked me a question. You have not given me a query. I'm just going to cast a 5-card spread for you. See what comes out. Today I'm using Cassandra, my Night Sun deck, because I wanted to. I think I might be feeling the Mars-Uranus conjunct quite well. In a dignified way. I'm feeling kind of a bit brash and a bit forceful, to be perfectly honest. So, excuse my demeanour. I have cleansed and shuffled Cassandra off camera. I'm just giving it a wee shuffle here, just so you know that I'm not scripting this. And yeah, let's just get down to it. One last riffle shuffle here. With my left hand to receive, I will cut the deck twice. Boom. Boom. There we go. Let's get down to this, shall we? So, just to remind ourselves, we have Aries Sun, we have Virgo Moon, and let's do this, shall we? So this is the my normal 5-card random reading spread. Over here we have what is going on in your heart and mind at the moment, Aries. Here is a situation that you are currently facing or will be facing pretty soon. Down here we have energies leading up to this situation. What has happened to you in the recent past. You know, it could be what could be happening to you now, perhaps, if this situation is going to manifest pretty soon. This is energy surrounding the situation as it is. These two cards like to talk to each other. They have a dialogue. And this is a future energies, possible outcome if you do not change anything. So let's get down to this, shall we, Aries? Let's see where we're going. So what is going through your heart and mind at the moment, Aries? We have got... so you're feeling pretty happy at the moment. We've got the 9 of Cups here. Jupiter and Pisces. So you're coming from a place of contentment, of happiness, of... I don't know, things have been going quite well for you. You might even be feeling quite generous. Perhaps you've been... generous with your time, with your energy. You know, it's the Suit of Cups, so it's the feels, if you like. It's the emotion. So, yeah, people around you may really appreciate the way you've been abundantly showering them with attention. I would say. So yeah, you're coming from a place of happiness. This is, or rather, you know, your heart and mind is feeling somewhat content at the moment. Until this situation manifests. And what have we got here? We've got the 7 of Swords. Okay, so immediately we've got a little bit of uncertainty coming through. You're feeling unsure about something. Now, this is for Aries, and that Mars-Uranus conjunction is indeed in Aries. So perhaps you're I don't know, you're having a little bit of a mid-month crisis, perhaps. I don't know. Is that a thing? No, I don't see why it couldn't be. So yeah, the Seven of Swords tells us that things may not have been. This situation's going to be. Wow, I mean, the top attribution for this is futility, which I always think is quite harsh. I always think that's a little bit over the top. I'm not suggesting, with an Aries energy and with the Virgo moon as well, you're not going to approach a situation with a mindset of futility straight away. You may very well be sensing something cunning or illusionary going on, but yeah, both Aries and Virgos are not the sort of people to just lie down, I would have thought. Okay, so let's try and understand what this situation is about. So energy's leading up to the situation. We have got more swords. Okay, Five of Swords. So it's potentially something to do with what's going on inside your head. We've also got a bit of an Aquarius vibe going on here. We've got Moon in Aquarius in the 7, and we've got Venus in Aquarius in the 5. And the Five of Swords, again, it's a vibe of defeat. So what's going on here, Aries? What's going on? You're happy. Is this happiness a mask you've been wearing, perhaps? Is it something that you've been projecting so that other people are feeling that emotional abundance from you? But something's going on in your head that's actually it's playing on your mind a little bit. It's playing on your mind, and you're not entirely certain of how to get through this a little bit. Maybe. I don't know, you let me know. So energy surrounding the situation, and I think this guy is a really mysterious image on the Five of Swords and the Night Sun deck. You've got an eye on the crown of his head there. I mean, he's got his head in his hands. There is an air of defeat about it, and that is yes, we've got defeat and futility in the tot system. However, the fives could suggest things like change and adjustment, and again, yeah, a little bit of sadness, a little bit of conflict going on there. But I think any sort of conflict in this situation is in your head. It's certainly something that might be you're playing into a little bit, perhaps. Energy surrounding the situation. These two cards tend to talk to each other quite a lot. So where are we going with this, Aries? Whoa, Two of Swords. Okay, so the nature of this going through your head is potentially got to do with the decision, potentially a decision that you don't know the parameters of. You've got to keep things in balance. So yeah, we're going very, very swordy here. It's definitely in your head, I would have thought. It's definitely in your head at the moment. And yeah, well, what can I say about that? I mean, Aries tend to not live in their head too much unless, they've got a decent aspects of other planets in different signs and houses. Virgos, however, do like to overthink things. They do think things through. They do. So I'm wondering if your moon side is really playing into this a bit. And we've got two moon cards here. We've got the moon in Aquarius and the moon in Libra. So yeah, this Two of Swords, the energy surrounding this is about choice. It's about maintaining balance. It's about a potential conflict going on there. And I said that before, didn't I, with the 5? So perhaps, Aries, you're having to make a choice concerning some sort of... I feel that the conflict is completely internal. It's completely in your head. I think the fight is with yourself. Does that make sense? Let's move on. Let's get a little bit more context. So energy surrounding the future of the situation or a possible outcome if you change nothing is going to be the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so this reading is not only bookended with 2 9s, which is a good thing. You've got happiness and fulfillment, and you've got an emotional bent and a material bent, but the rest of the reading is all about mind, logic, intellect. It's all about... And yeah, you've got an interesting juxtaposition here. You've got a 2, a 5, and a 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. What is going on with that? That is crazy. That is crazy. So I honestly believe, Aries, with your Virgo moon, you are wrestling with something in your head. You are having a dialogue with yourself. You're talking to yourself. This is the person you're having conflict with. Maybe he is that sun and that moon that's just coming together in a marked way. Now, what can I say about this? What can I say about this? So So this, I mean, you can see here, if we were to intuitively read these images, you've got these choices almost is laid out. The situation here demands a little bit of well, it's going to be introspection, isn't it? I do feel it's internal in your head. In your head, definitely in your head. It's a question of intellect and logic. And I kind of sense that these moon aspects as well, you're going to need to take some time to learn how to communicate with yourself. Okay, so here's this guy here. He's quite measured at the moment. He's quite measured, and he seems quite calm there, but it's coming from a place of a little bit of despair. And yet we've got this interesting 2 here, where I feel that you have the same character right here in conflict with himself. Yeah, so it's going to have to be something you're going to really... you're going to struggle to work through it, I think. You're going to struggle to work through it, but you're going to have to do the work, aren't you? You're going to have to do the work. The 9 of Pentacles is also Venus in Virgo, so it's all about your moon side, really, isn't it? That's where this is coming from, I think. 2 moon cards, 2 Aquarius cards, which the sun's in Aquarius at the moment. The moon is in Aries, so it's all about the moon. It's all about understanding how your psyche waxes and wanes and flows. So perhaps the situation, perhaps the way you consider it, needs a little bit of time, a couple of weeks, just so that you can really work through those the cycles that go through in your head. You're going to have to spend a little bit of time with yourself, I think, in your own head. Do you know, and while this is going on, I do think that you're going to be projecting quite a I feel that Aries are quite good at doing the whole outside projection thing. So it could very well be that not many people around you are actually noticing or picking up on this inner turmoil that you're going through. That's probably something you're just going to have to deal with, to be honest. But yeah, this is all about the moon. This is all about the waxing, the waning. You're going to have to give yourself time so that not just your head, but your whole being works through this situation, whatever it is, but it's all in your head. If you don't work through your moon, your Virgo moon, then I don't know what will happen. I honestly don't know what will happen. I don't want to lay many more cards down because we're getting to the 13-minute mark, but I suggest that you just need to plug away, spend some time with yourself, allow your mind to naturally go through these cycles, and I think that is how you are going to get to your answer. What a fascinating reading. I could say so much more, but do you know what? I'm not. So just spend some time with yourself, Aries. Just spend some time with yourself, work through it, give it time as well, at least a couple of weeks, maybe even a month, a whole moon cycle, just so that you're considering all the options, all the facets of how your mind works. How interesting. Juicy. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you can bear it to tell me what your situation is. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I am the Hidden Hermit. I'll catch you next time.